How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. Back to another review. A little bit of hopped up farmhousiness in the form of Equilibrium Brewing's Casey Batch 2. Equilibrium. Love them. They do fun things there. Their hop forward beers are quite nice. Some of the best in the area, especially within a couple hours where I live. Really good stuff. They do have a kind of funky sour program they produced. I reviewed not too long ago. I did their Welcome to the Jungle, which is essentially just a yeast and malt driven funky beer. They do their There and Back Again series, which is kind of their fruited sour version. I believe Casey is the base for that. Then you have your Casey here, which is kind of a hopped version of a Farmhouse Funky Ale. I've had this before in draft. I've had batch 1 in a bottle at Shares, but I haven't reviewed it yet, so let's dive into this sucker. As far as what it says in the bottle, Equilibrium Casey Break Complex Farmhouse Ale, 6% alcohol by volume. On the side here it says Casey is a farmhouse ale built by the inspiration to share beer with people close to heart. She is pale, tart, delicate, complex, with a bit of pleasant funk and dry hopped with a touch of Nelson Sauvignon. This beer is unfiltered, unpasteurized, naturally carbonated, and will continue to evolve over time if properly cellared. First things first. She is pale. I don't think I've ever heard a brewery or read or don't remember a brewery that ever referred to a beer as a she before. I do it all the time. People actually kind of have... Actually, one person really got on me about that, and like 19 other people kind of jumped down their throat, and they said, "Why do you care?" But yeah, I thought it was pretty kooky. And two, label's all right. It's it's Equilibrium. They don't change the labels. It's the big logo, some lettering, and done and done. Sometimes it's a little art in the background, but definitely not a bad thing. So let's crack into this. See what she's got. Vibrant little pop there. Doesn't look like it's going to jump out of the bottle, though. Give this a pour. I probably should give this a proper pour, but seeing how the head's taking on right now, I think I'm just going to stick with what I'm doing right now and not really get in its way. This is a big drop for a glass, so some beers like to take off on this, but yeah, let's do that. That's a pretty nice pour, actually. How about that? A little Dirty Glass Mafia going on now. Finger and a half of a very nice kind of fluffy, creamy head to it. She is off-white in color, and the actual beer itself has got this kind of subtle kind of carbonation to it. Nothing too crazy. Definitely get a bit of that carbonation on the sides where the bits and pieces of the dirt I should clean off my glasses come from. But yeah, she looks like kind of like a apple juice. Not like a cider, kind of like an apple juice. Soft carbonation, relatively clear, nothing too crazy. See if we can give her a whirl. Get her nice and agitated. Clean a little of those bits and pieces out the side. Let's see if we can get a nose on her. Definitely in that, tart, funky land here. I'm thinking like Sour Patch Kids. That's what I'm thinking about here. It's been a while since I had them, but I don't remember them being overtly tart. That's kind of what I'm getting off this. Subtle, kind of bright fruitiness. Bright fruity yeastiness. Actually, I'm not even getting much sour. I'm getting a lot of wild yeastiness off of this. More than sour. Sure, it is sour, and it's a little bit further than just a wild ale. But I'm getting a lot of kind of naturally cultivated kind of yeastiness off this. The fruits that come to mind are your bright, under-ripened kind of hard fruits. I'm not getting your citrus. I'm not getting... stuff like that. I'm getting your pears. I'm getting, stuff like that. That's a little bit more of a harder fruit kind of sour tartness to it. And that's pretty much it. A little bit of sweetness. Not really getting that hot presence all that much in the nose. And just that kind of tart green fruitiness. Not really apple, but kind of green fruitiness, and it's not all that ripe to begin with. Let's dive in. Cheers. Ooh, okay. I don't remember that being that tart. Very tart. That was wrong pipe. That's not because it was that tart. A big tartness to it. Not as big as I thought it would be based off of the nose, and not from what I remember of it. Having it on draft. Don't remember it being that tart. Definitely getting into. I have a couple Sour Patch Kids in my mouth while I'm sucking on that kind of green apple Jolly Rancher vibe going on there. Definitely going to give me a bit of heartburn too. So it has some acidity to it. Yeah. Clean. I know that sounds kind of weird when you talk about a sour beer, but it's so just cuts like a razor, the taste. It's not muddled. It's not overly soft. You know what I mean? It's more striking. It's more deliberate. Let's put it that way. And I kind of dig that. And that's pretty much it. Really, not much else going on. Beautiful tartness. Nice acidity to it. That green apple Jolly Rancher thing with the Sour Patch Kid thing rings true to me to a T. Nice sweetness to it. Those hops again aren't coming off too much. I think it is rather sweet, so maybe the hops are there to kind of balance that off. And that's pretty much it, really. Just clean, crisp, refreshing, and something I'm absolutely happy that I opened this. But I kind of wish I had bought 2 bottles and let one sit, because I think this might age into something absolutely fantastic. So yeah, let's talk about it. Is it one of the better funky farmhouse sours that I've had as of late? Yes. Could use a little bit more kind of panache, a little bit more to it. I think the fruited portion of the show would actually go a long way for it. Not necessarily to make it sweeter or anything like that, because I think it's sweet enough. Just add an extra layer to it. It does taste like a really tasty base, kind of funky farmhouse sour, and it's really nice. But I wish there was just a little bit more of a calling to it, a little bit more of a personality. Let's see, value availability. I think it was like, I forget, 16, 10, 15, somewhere between 15 and 20 bucks a bottle. That's kind of going cost for beers of this ilk. And brewery only. And just say if you like what we like this. If you like sour beers, you know, it's kind of where it lands. It's not overly acidic. It's not going to rip your enamel off. But at the same time, it is a sour beer. It's not a sour beer. So if you're into those kind of beers, you'll definitely enjoy this one. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you didn't, anywhere in between, down there, words and stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massa Beers, all 4 of those places if you want to check me out anywhere else. And another one down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice funky sour beer right now. And we'll see you next time. Cheers.